All right, guys. So we're gonna kind of just do a market recap of today. Today is November 14th, Friday. Um, yeah, so let's get into it. We actually were able to catch a trade today, which was great. But yeah, um, this week kind of hasn't been the best price action. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so if you go to the daily here, as y'all can see, there's a SMT divergence here, a bearish SMT divergence, and so basically, kind of the way I was looking at it, I was like, okay, let's see if this can get completed today, because we kind of were close to its lows, and once this is considered completed, once you come past this low here, basically. And so we were able to get past this low. We swept the low on Nasdaq, and then this actually created a bullish SMT divergence um, to the upside. And yeah, so then you kind of go down to the lower time frames. We have Asia high up here, Asia low. Then you have London high, London low. Um, the usual, and you kind of just mark out your draws here, and there really wasn't any draws towards the downside. I mean, there was here on the higher time frame, um, and I just didn't think that was attainable, just because like the amount of I mean, it just the market doesn't move that quickly usually unless there's like a big news event. Almost more than about 1.5%, almost 2% all the way down here. I just didn't think that was attainable at the time. So and then we also had this SMT divergence to the upside, so that kind of just gave me more faith in my bias, really. That's kind of just how I played it today, and so we had these 1 hour draws. Nothing crazy in the 4 hour, just this draw here. But yeah, so I really like that. I thought it looked pretty good in my opinion. So that's kind of how I went into today as my like bias, you could say, was bullish. I really wanted to see price at least get to London highs. We obviously went past that, but yeah. So we actually took the trade on Nasdaq, as y'all can see. But yeah, let's just kind of get into just the thought process behind the actual trade. So during pre-market, we actually swept London session low, and we were sweeping London low. And usually at liquidity, draws on liquidity, that's potential where price can reverse off of. And the way I kind of looked at it today is we kind of had London session manipulation, like it manipulated Asia session lows, and it just went lower even. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of saw it as London manipulation. We could potentially get like a New York reversal here. But yeah, that's also what went into the bias as well. But yeah, so we swept liquidity here. That's kind of step one, really, and then we ended up getting a break of structure here, really close in a market open, 8:35 a.m. So market opens 8:30 New York session. Yeah, so we already got step one, or step two, basically break a structure to the upside in the direction that we wanted to go. And then we ended up getting a fair value gap here. We didn't get one on ES right here yet, but or we got one here. I'm sorry. I don't know why I took it out, but yeah, we had one here on NQ very early in the day. Ended up not having one on ES. Then we had another one here from these candles here, 845, 850. But yeah, these were crucial gaps, guys. So that's why you want to draw them out. But yeah, and so we were rejecting these gaps very well, maintaining that bullish order flow here, and we also have this one here. We actually inversed this one, but these are still valid. I consider these still valid, obviously. And so on ES, we wicked into this fair value gap. Never closed through it. We really virtually wicked perfectly into it, as you can see if you zoom in there. But yeah, on ES, and we ended up not doing that on NQ, but you could just tell that like it was rejecting it very well, maintaining that bullish order flow. So I really like that, and we tried to get equilibrium, but we weren't able to hit equilibrium. But fair value gap is another one of our like continuation confluences, so that we're able to use that, and it was playing price was playing great off this gap, honestly. um, textbook honestly. And yeah, so then once we get that, we're actually able to scale down into the 1 minute time frame here on NQ. And so then we are just waiting either for like some sort of break of structure, inverse gap, whatever the case is. We end up inversing this first gap. We create this one first, then we get this one second. So we want to wait to enter till we inverse the second gap usually. But once we entered inverse this first one, this is when I entered. I should have waited honestly till this candle just to get that full closure, but I was just really confident in this trade, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I kind of just missed this other gap at the time, but so that's kind of something I need to get better about. Not entering too early. But I did that great yesterday because I didn't take a trade. We were literally on our last step yesterday. And we just didn't get the break of structure that we wanted, so we weren't able to enter. But anyway, beside the point, yeah, so we got this, and basically we were just targeting London session highs, as well as we wanted Asia session highs over here. We took partials at London highs here, so that first partial profit would have been about a 1.70-ish RR to 1, and then we got the full take profit hit. After taking partials, I closed like a little more than half of my position. I believe like almost 65 to 70% of my position at take profit 1, and then just let the rest stops break even at that point, and then was just targeting, like I said, Asia highs here. And our stop loss was just below like the sweep here. I don't like to put it right up like. I don't consider like fair value gaps, like the top of the fair value gap or bottom, to be considered like where you want to put your stop loss. That's just kind of how it worked out in this case, but I usually just put it either below the liquidity sweep or below the 5-minute candlestick wick. But yeah, that's kind of just what I do. And that trade ended up playing out today, hit full take profit. Today was really a day about patience. Don't want to enter too early, obviously, here. I mean, in this case, it would have played out in our favor, but you always want to wait for that confirmation, and that's kind of how I like to play it, because if you would have just been doing that, in the previous days of this week, you would have gotten burned. And so this was the second trade of the week, so 1 for 1 on the week. This eats my loss though dramatically, so we actually are up on the week, also up on the month, but yeah. So that's just the little market recap for the day, and that's kind of what I was thinking going into market open. So yeah, I'll see you guys in another vid. Thank you. Peace.